Madhuri Charanam. In this podcast episode, Madhuri Amma takes a quote from one of Sri Amma Pujyasri Mathioli Saraswathy's books and explains the profound layers of meaning that this quote contains. You will hear a devotee read out the quote, which will then be followed by Madhuri Amma's explanation. We hope you enjoy the episode. Madhuri Charanam.
Mathioli Charanam, everybody. I'll let Urmila read out the quote that needs explanation.
When food is consumed just to please the palate, it will only trouble the body later. We do get warning signals from our body, but how many of us hear them?
One of the devotees wanted clarity on this quote. You all heard it, right? Clearly? So it's pertaining the food. I'll start with our body. Our body is the most sophisticated machine to ever be created. Nothing even close to it has ever been created by man. They try so hard every year. It's been, for ages, they've been trying. Robots are being created, but they could not get even close to the machine we have. Because the brain, the human brain, it just cannot be replicated because it's complicated. Even psychiatrists or doctors, whoever does, neurologists don't have a concrete study of the brain. No one can understand what you're thinking. A lie detector test is done. That is okay. That's different. But no one can understand what you're actually thinking. So, and of course, the feelings, right? The emotions. No robots can produce that. So what we have is such a sophisticated machine. It needs sophisticated care. It tells us if something doesn't suit us, it tells us. But that's what Amma's saying. How many of us hear or listen to it? You ate something and you have a uneasiness in your chest. It's like the gas is developing there and you're burping. Something you ate, it did just not suit you. How many of you actually understand that and stop eating it? That must be your favorite meal in the favorite restaurant. But you will go there again and have it. You'll probably put an antacid and get rid of it and have it. But you listen to your body. It said, I can't take this. I don't want it. And that is why you had the reaction. Did you stop eating it? No. You went back there because you love that favorite pav bhaji or some chaat, pani puri from that particular place. And you will go back and have it. And then what happens? The symptoms will increase. And then they land up in chronic heartburn. And then they start taking medication. Small things like that. You get a small symptom, don't gobble a tablet. Go to the root cause of it. Where did that come from? What did I eat? What did I consume? We take so much care of our car, be it Tesla or whatever, Oh, we paid so much. We need to care for it. Because this is priceless. Can't put a tag on it. Huh? Our body. We need to care for it even more. We should eat on time. How many of us have a disciplined, again, the word discipline is not leaving us, huh? How many of us have a disciplined schedule for our body? It's key. Discipline is key. To take care of our body, discipline is key. Eating on time. When we wake up in the morning, because we have fasted the whole night, 8 hours of fast, first thing you do is drink a big glass of warm water. Because the whole system is thirsty. A lot of us just drink a coffee. The worst thing to do. Worst thing to do in empty stomach is to drink coffee. It doesn't take us a lot of time. And then, of course, the people who do drink coffee, they get symptoms. You know what? They feel tired, exhausted. So the body is talking. It's telling you, hey, something you're doing is not right. Stop. Stop. But you don't stop because the coffee is addictive. I need my coffee in the morning. And why do we say warm water, not cold water? Warm water is again ayurveda. They always say warm water because you don't want to shock your body. There is a temperature the body is maintaining. When we put cold water, it shocks it. You wake up in the morning and you shock your body, it's not a good thing. So putting warm water is calming it and quenching the thirst. So there's a reason for all this. And the body thanks you. How? The whole day you're energetic, you're happy. And that is also something you have to pay attention to. These small adjustments that we do in our lives, it is key for our mood swings. When we are unhappy for no reason. There are a lot of people who say, I'm unhappy for, I don't know why. Because the engine is not being taken care of. And even the coffee, when you drink, you have to have it with something. Let's say a biscuit. They say not to drink coffee alone. Maybe a Mari biscuit or a Parle G. I know it's not the best, but some biscuit, maybe a salt biscuit, those who have diabetes. But something. Coffee alone is not good. And of course, we have to have a time. Breakfast I have at 8. The body waits for it. If you don't give the meal on time, it gets hungry, gases develop, acidity develops. Again, not good. So put a timer, have a schedule, and feed the body on time. Like I said, it's a sophisticated machine. We have to take care of it. Never skip meals. Never. If you want, break it down. But never skip meals. I have an important meeting. Whatever. They are not going to save your body. If it has acidity, your manager or your VP is not going to come and clear the acidity for you. At the end of the day, you are going to suffer it. And you have to pay for it. So always keep that time aside or eat during your meeting. It doesn't matter. Or excuse yourself. Or these are things that we have to set aside for ourselves. By setting aside these things does not make you a lesser worker than the rest, okay? Because the end result that you're doing is always going to remain the same. Does not change by having a schedule for your meals. So you have to be confident about who you are and what you do. Setting a time for our meals is very important, and sticking to it is very important. Not skipping meals is very important. Drinking a lot of water is very important. Otherwise, you're going to get very weak and tired the whole day, and people come and tell me, Amma, I'm very tired. Amma that, Amma this. So when I look at what they are feeding their body, it's not satisfactory. It's not complete. They either don't pay attention to the nutrition that the body needs, drinking lots of water, having all these vegetables and fruits. Our diet has to be rich in vegetables and fruits. The Lord has given us, provided us with so many varieties. I don't like this, I don't like that. Okay, you have so many more to choose from. Each and every vegetable is good for each and every body part. Nuts, lentils for protein, nuts for magnesium, potassium. All this is so rich. We have to take time, read, and, consume all these on an everyday basis. Amma has said 5, this is very key. So if you want to take it down, it's up to you. Take it down or no, doesn't matter. 5 badams a day. I don't know what the number is significant for, but she has said 5 badams a day will keep you healthy, and you will never get Alzheimer's. Coming out of Ambal's mouth, I would I would take that seriously. Especially if you have a family, member who has it. It's in the genes. Something you can, adapt in your life, and it will definitely do wonders. So what did I say? 5 badams a day. You can soak it overnight and take it next morning in your smoothie or however, but the number is 5. So these kind of things are very important to keep in mind to keep us healthy. Listen to your body. That is what she has said in the thing. There's a story that comes to my mind from Mahabharata, which is also in Amma's book. I forget which book it is, but it's from her book. Again, she was talking about how important it is what we put inside our system. On that context, this story. So this is after the war when Bhishma, Pitamaha, is lying on his bed of arrows, and Yudhishthira, and he has just taken up, he's just told that he's going to be king. Now he does not know where to begin. He's stressed out, so many responsibilities and everything. So he says, I want to go and meet Pitamaha. I need some advice. So he goes with his brother, he goes along with his brothers and his wife, Draupadi. They all go there, and Yudhishthira poses his questions and Bhishma is answering. Just then, Draupadi chuckles, giggling. Bhishma pauses and he looks at Draupadi and he says, Draupadi, you are not the type who giggles and chuckles when an older person is talking. You are the epitome of respect. I mean, we all know Draupadi. She is the epitome of respect. She knows where to behave, how to behave, everything. She knows. From our scriptures, we know she's very respectful and she gives respect to everybody, and she's perfect, isn't she? So she chuckling at that moment, Bhishma did mention, you're not the type who just chuckles when an older person speaks. And did something I say made you laugh? What is that made you chuckle like that? So Draupadi says, nothing, Pitamaha. You please carry on. I don't know. I don't want to say that. I don't want to derail from what you're speaking. So Bhishma says, no, I would like to hear it. I would want to know why you chuckled. So Draupadi says, well, with your permission, why I chuckled is the same Pitamaha was there in the court during the assembly when I was being stripped off of my sari, my dress, had nothing to say. Now the same Pitamaha is giving an advice to my husband who's taking the throne. Made me laugh. That's all, she says. That is huge, isn't it? So Bhishma, being a very matured person, did not take it in the wrong way. He said, "My daughter, you are right. You are absolutely right. You know, at that time, I was eating the food that was provided for me by Duryodhana. That corrupted my mind. And I couldn't even stand up for truth." Now, the arrows of Arjuna cleansed all that dirt. And here I am, lying down, fully clear and cleansed and guilty, paying for all the sins I've done. So that story was written by Amma, particularly to state how important it is to understand where you eat, what you consume. And she also, when she was with us during one trip, she has made it, she had very casually mentioned that it's very important not to eat out frequently, because you do not know who is cooking for you. Obviously, we don't know who's cooking and what mental state he is in. That being said, always saying a prayer before you eat is very important. That way you induce all the positivity in it. And then you consume it. How many of us even pay attention and even understand that we have to pray before we eat? Right? But it's very important, especially when you're eating out at a restaurant or something. Another lesson we learn from this is always have positive, the surrounding, the environment has to be positive when you're cooking your meal. So chant Lalita Sasnamam or Vishnu Sasnamam or Kanda Sashti Kavacham when you are cooking. Or listen to positive messages. Listen to a discourse when you're cooking. I do recommend listening to the Vedic history sessions to a lot of devotees when they're cooking, because what it does is it takes you to a different zone, a zone where only divine beings. You're talking about the Lord. You're talking about Ganesha. You're taken into that world. And your thoughts are about them. So think about how that food is going to taste. Heavenly. Because the food ingredients are always there, When you see a recipe, the ingredients are there, you make it. But the ingredient of bhakti and love is all about us and our state of being. We are supposed to add it in. And for that, we have to make that effort. So what we feed our loved ones is key. So if we are sad or we had a bad day at work, and then we come and cook with the same state of mind, it's not fair to ourselves and our loved ones. So immediately we need to switch that negativity and we listen to something positive, slogam, or a discourse. We'll change that. Small changes we make it's a big impact on our lives and the lives of our loved ones. It's a medicine. Meals are not just meals. These are medicine. Medicine that takes out negativity from the roots. It's not like the medicine that we gobble, antacid and all. It just covers. It just covers, right? It does not destroy it. Just puts a blanket on. Whereas this, whatever I told you, it takes the negativity out of the root. It destroys it. Do you want something covering or destroying? Hmm? So, Urmila, read that quote for one last time now.
When food is consumed just to please the palate, it will only trouble the body later. We do get warning signals from our body, but how many of us hear them?
Madhuri Charanam, Jainandalan.